How would you like to get the Fimi X8 SE 2020 for only $299? Got some details on that, plus answers to some questions that I got back from Fimi. That's all coming up next. Hey everyone, Bill from BillTheDroneReviewer, where I make drone and drone related videos. If you're new here, welcome, and consider hitting the subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. I'm excited to be able to share with you that Banggood is giving 1,000 people the opportunity to be able to purchase the Fimi X8 SE 2020 for only $299. Yes, you did hear me right. Now there's a slide up on the screen. Basically, what you have to do is purchase the Fimi X8 SE 2020 through April the 30th, and Banggood is going to select 1,000 people to be able to knock down their price to $299. Now, there'll be a link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Now, also the other night on Rotor Talk Live, where I was joined by Marcus Crawford and Ron Braun, we were able to discuss some answers that I received to some questions regarding the Fimi X8 SE 2020 from Fimi. So without any further ado, we're going to play that clip in its entirety. And as you know, recently, one of the things that's caught a lot of our attention has been the Fimi X8 SE 2020. Now, I know Marcus has hit the buy button. Yours truly has hit the buy button. Ron, we're waiting for you, my friend.
Well, I don't want to give up any secret information, but wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm waiting on one of you guys to send me that new link that we were discussing today.
You know what, Marcus? You know what I bet? I bet Ron he's under an NDA with Fimi, and he's been testing it, and he's holding out on us.
Well, no, I'm gonna go you one step better, Bill. Well, I think he probably has more than the 2020 version of it. He probably has the Fimi X8 SE Pro 2020.
Yeah, it's probably in another color. It's probably in black. Okay,
is that Pro going to be equal to the famous Zino 2 Pro?
It's probably a Quadcoptor.
Oh, so I can pretend like I had a unique product with me. Candano's a favorite brand of Quadcopter's unique brand. But no, yes. To your question is, Ron here, he's keeping his money in his pocket waiting for that Mavic Air 2.
Well, that's going to be coming sooner rather than later, and that's
a good thing I held the money in the pocket, huh?
Oh yeah, it is a good thing that you held your money in your pocket. Before we get into some things here, I'm going to go ahead, and I haven't had a chance to acknowledge people for a while and haven't done that. So we're going to get into that here. Floyd Motes is here. Daniel Termina, Zachary Key, Drone Shots, Stephen Ewing. How are you, my friend? Jaybird's here. Grumpy Vlogger. Lloyd, welcome tonight. Michael Wright. Douglas is here. Canadian Drone Pilot is here. Let's see who else here. Darren K. Ian Fleming, welcome tonight. David, welcome tonight. Drone Addict is here. Okay, all right. Just wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that. Now,
hey, Bill?
Yes, sir.
Did you see David's comment up there? He's asking about when we think the X8 SE 2020 will actually ship. And I think what the best answer for that is don't hold your breath. I mean, they're saying like May 15th, right? If you have it by July, be happy. And maybe we'll get them earlier, maybe.
Okay. That's a real good point, Marcus. And that was something that I wanted to thank you for bringing that up, because one of the things that's kind of a key here with all of this, it's coming from Banggood's U.S. warehouse. All right. Now, there was a discussion that went on in my Fimi Facebook group today, which was a real good one. And somebody brought up a good point. Like if they all come to the warehouse, okay, they all don't have to be, there's no tariff, there's no customs inspect. I mean, it's all done, okay? That's done ahead of time. So when it's here, it's like it goes out from that U.S. warehouse. Now, I was on a chat with Banggood. they really couldn't tell me where their U.S. warehouse was. I was kind of curious on that. But the one thing I can say is this. I won't say I'm as certain as I am about the Mavic Air being in the country, but I would make a bet. I'm probably about 80% sure that it's already sitting in those U.S. warehouses and it's just waiting for a release. Now, I also noticed today, too, that there were 947 pre-orders of the X8 SE 2020 when you go out onto Banggood's site, and it lists that there. Now, I had a number of questions from a number of people, not only from my videos that I put out, but out on my forum. So I've pinged Fimi, and I finally got some answers back. So I wanted to go ahead and share those with you. Now, the first one is really interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here again. We don't want to see that cat meme again, so we're gonna take care of that. Now, one of the questions was about the sensor for the camera. All right, and what was real interesting was they came back and said sensor 1/2.6 inch CMOS. Okay, and then I had, let me see here. Okay, I had a gentleman who emailed me today on the group. And it said, they wrote, so on the group, the processor is from the Fimi Palm. So this Fimi X8 2020 will be worse than the Fimi X8 2018. I'm not so sure about that. But, gentlemen, it sounds like basically Ron has the camera all ready for the Fimi X8
Bill, can I tell you something?
Yes, sir. Go for it.
If it's the camera from the Fimi Palm here, this is a much better camera than what was on the Fimi X8 2018 edition. This camera is much superior than what I had on drone. I've already, taken the F-Log from this into Final Cut Pro, and I've, played with the color wheels and everything. Saw the dynamic range, and it is better than what I saw from doing the same testing with the camera in the X8 2018 edition. So this camera would be an upgrade over what we currently have on the current edition in my scientific lab testings.
Well, and you can see from your video, and I watched your video today, Ron. That video from there was stellar. Okay, it was sharp, it was crisp, it was clear. It was stable when you were walking. I was pretty impressed with that. I mean, for what you're getting, and I'm saying bang for the buck kind of thing here, but no, I was real impressed with what I saw today from the video from that. And if that is indeed the camera, which it really sounds like it is, I mean, that's going to make this even more of a value. Marcus, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, obviously, Ron can speak to that better because he has seen both. He had my 2018 X8 for a while, and now he has the Palm in hand. And yeah, I mean, just from what I saw, looking at like just what you just said, Bill, I thought the video was very impressive. From what we saw on Ron's video today. I actually have ordered that Palm as well and got the email today that it's shipped. So
awesome.
I hope to have that in hand pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll look forward to your, we'll look forward to your videos too.
This too. This also would be better than our beloved Zino 2 because this handles the sun and the exposure much better than the Zino 2 does at this point. Now, it's not to say the Zino 2 won't be improved with firmware upgrades to where it does handle the exposure better, but right now, this handles you looking towards the sun and the bright light better than the Zino 2 camera.
Definitely, most definitely. Now, one of the big things that one of the big questions that I had been getting a lot was about this Fimi Care. And apparently what I found out was, okay, let's go ahead and I'll move it over to a slide here. Okay, apparently I don't have that slide. But basically what the slide said was when I asked them about Fimi Care, what they basically told me was to check with Banggood. So apparently Fimi Care is something that Banggood is offering and not coming from Fimi themselves. So which I find kind of interesting. Here we're getting something from the retailing arm of Fimi here, Banggood, that is, supposedly kind of like, you want to call it, like DJI Care Refresh kind of a thing, at a pretty inexpensive price. I mean, it sounds good, but my question and my direct question to them was, for those of us that have already purchased it, is that something we can purchase again? And again, the same answer came back, check with Banggood. So I'm going to be sending some emails to Banggood to find out. And as soon as I get an answer on that, I'm going to get back to everybody. The other thing was, those were like two of the really big questions regarding this. Now, the other one is about the shipping. And I think we just kind of touched on that, because, this isn't coming from China. In fact, it's interesting. I had a gentleman who joined the group today, and he pinged me on Facebook, and he lives in Thailand, and he said he's going to order it from the US, although it'll take him a month to get from the US over to Thailand. But what he said was, at that kind of a price, he said, how can I go wrong with that? Okay. He says, I just have to be patient and waiting for it. So, I think we're going to see this a whole lot sooner than we saw the Zino 2. I don't think we're going to have the hassles that we had with this. And I really think it's kind of sitting over here already. I think it's already sitting in boxes, and it's just waiting for the date. I mean, and what I think they're waiting to do is I think they're waiting to hit a threshold. When Banggood finally gets a certain threshold, a number of units sold, it'll probably be released even earlier. That's my 2 cents worth with all this.
So you're saying that they're already assembled and in the box and ready to ship?
Yeah.
Well, let's hope so. All I'm saying is that almost anything, ordered from one of those Chinese mail order companies, you just better cool your jets on delivery time, because you don't know. No, but I will say, I just ordered that Fimi Palm, and it's already shipped according to GearBest. So you got a good point, Bill. Maybe they will ship it right away.
But Mark, you have a good point too. When we went for our Zino 2s, when some people had them, I think you were absolutely right. They said our Zino 2s were still in the parts bin or whatever. They weren't even assembled at the time we were hoping to get them shipped or whatever. So, I mean, and like you said, any answer that any of us say is all possibility. It's all wild card. If you're trying to make a living on predicting the supply chain of these Chinese companies like, Fimi and Hubsan, whatever, you're probably going to go broke, Marcus.
Yeah, totally. Ron, those comments, my friend, are spot on.
Yes, I agree 100% with you guys. That's just, if you're looking to make a living, if you want to get a career off of that, you're not gonna do well.
I do believe Bill's theory is correct. We talked about this the night, maybe offline. I believe that Mavic Air 2, I don't think it'll be a supply and shipping problem with that, because I do like Bill. I will buy stock in it. They're already in warehouses somewhere in the U.S. on pallets or whatever. They were just waiting for that FCC approval, grants, and all that stuff. But I mean, when they pick a release date, those things are ready to go. That's my guess. That's just a rumor. My guess, totally.
That they've heard rumors. Some people have heard some rumors that the X8 SE 2020 from China has already been shipped. Is already shipping. Okay. That it's not just a pre-order, that they are actually shipping those. So, but again, you're ordering it from China. It's probably going to take 3 weeks to get here, and you order it here from the US, even with standard shipping, you probably get it in 4 days. I mean, it's like, and like I said, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. Trust me. I think this, I'll go out on record and say this. I'll be surprised if they don't ship before the end of this month. I really do. That's just a gut feeling that I have right now. That's just where I'm at.
Dude, I'm on your side. I'm hoping.
Oh, I know. And Ron's sitting there. Ron's getting ready to hit he says, you know what? We're going to be talking about that Mavic Air 2. And he says, I have to get dueling thumbs out here, dual buy buttons at the same time here. Okay. Kind of a thing. Question of the day. Have you ordered your Fimi X8 SE 2020? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to fly.